Here the Watchman presents The Future of America with Mike Kerr. Isaiah 21:6 says, "For thus the Lord said unto me, Go, set a watchman, let him declare what he sees." Today, Mike Kerr and his fellow watchmen discuss current events through a biblical lens and how these events affect us, the future of America, and the world we live in.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Kerr, and this is another edition of the Nightly News here at the Future of America, where we take a look on November 18th at the stories behind the headlines, or should I say, behind enemy lines. First off, the Rittenhouse trial. So the jury's out for the night. We didn't get a verdict today, so we'll be looking again tomorrow. But boy, did mainstream media get a verdict today. MSNBC banned from the courtroom, banned from the courthouse. Why? Because one of their crew members was following the juror's van to the courthouse this morning. That's a complete violation. The jurors are not to be seen during the trial, and they are not to see anything. They're in a van with blacked out windows, folks. This is what mainstream media does. They're trying to influence the verdict in this trial. Go figure. God bless the judge in that case for turning at them and telling them to go pound sand. That's mainstream media's agenda. Be aware of it. And let's look a little bit further into this. Black Lives Matter is protesting this trial. They are up in arms. They have pallets of bricks stashed around Kenosha. But maybe I missed something. It seems that the victims in this case are three white men, all with very, very colored records. One's a pedophile, one's a wife beater, the other was a felon with a gun. Why is Black Lives Matter so upset about this? I don't want to be a racist, but I think all three of those men are white. As a matter of fact, they are white. What are these guys doing? It's just crazy. What's happening is it's making a mockery of our American judicial system. We talked about that last night, but it truly is. Now let's go on a little bit. Let's take a look at more on mainstream media. It seems that the Aspen Institute decided to do a study, and they issued an 80-page report saying that misinformation is rampant in America. And these experts released this report. Lord knows how much it cost to put this report together on how to combat it. Did we need a study to know that misinformation is rampant in America? Are we that stupid? I don't think so. But there they go. Again, that side trying to do things to make themselves look better. Kamala Harris, she's back in the news today. She says that, no, she's not unused. Kamala Harris saying she's not unused. This is the same Kamala Harris that had an illicit affair with Willie Brown in San Francisco. I think she's pretty well used, but she keeps trying to backtrack and say things about this. And she goes on further to blame Trump for a broken immigration system as crossings reach an all-time high. She says we can't just flip a switch and make it better. I don't know. Has she even been to the border yet? I mean, this is who's running our country, or should I say, these are the puppets behind the people or underneath the people who are running this country. Do your homework, check it out, be prepared. Now, this was a classic last night. Bill Maher goes on TV last night, says, I'm sorry, this just cracks me up. The Democrats are the party of no common sense. No, you know what, Sherlock. I mean, he says defending parents rejecting CRT and says teaching the history of racism in the US is not the same as teaching that racism is an essence of America, which I agree with. Stand up, parents. You're doing a great job of standing up. I mean, I applaud all of you. Now, nearly 1/3 of healthcare workers in US hospitals are still unvaxxed. 40% of TSA workers are unvaxxed. Good luck traveling over the holidays, folks. Good luck with that if this mandate thing affects them. Just be prepared, think ahead. But you look at that, 1/3 of US healthcare workers won't buy the thing they're trying to sell. And you know what I'm talking about. If 1/3 of healthcare workers won't do it, think before you do it. Please do your research on that one. Americans said today 38% would want to see the Republican Party win control of the House of Representatives. 16% chose not to offer an opinion. And Biden's approval rating is at a new all-time low of 36%. Okay, what that means is that only 36% of the American public thinks that he is worth anything. Imagine, that's where we're at in America, folks, right there. 88% of Americans are worried about inflation. We've been talking about that. What's the White House do? Nothing. They keep blaming this and blaming that. Inflation is because of gas prices, and the gas companies are the ones who are driving those prices up, according to Joe Biden. Okay, Joe, if you quit shutting down American pipelines and stop making us dependent on foreign oil, maybe we can get our hands around this. Again, folks, watch the gold markets, because that's where the money goes when inflation strikes. Go to stevequayle.com. You can see the prices for physical gold there. You can actually talk to Steve about it. I've said it before. Check it out. Check it out, guys. So America's in this turmoil right now, guys. We have shortages at the grocery stores. It was reported today on, of course, MSNBC, that the shortages have hit and inflation has hit the American shoppers for Thanksgiving and the holiday season. Do you think? Of course it has. So make your plans accordingly, folks. Do your research, shop on a local basis. Don't support the beast, Amazon and all that. Do your own stuff. Make your own presents for people. Enjoy a humble meal on Thanksgiving and enjoy a blessed meal on Christmas. It's not about quantity, it's about the quality. And America, we need to stand up right now. There's a war going on in the United States. There's a war happening to take everything that you hold dear away from you. And the only way to stop that is for good Americans to do something. Remember, there's that famous quote, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Stand up, America. Let your voices be heard. Now, tonight, we're going to introduce something new called He Didn't Say That. And you know who I'm talking about, who the guy is that keeps just getting marbles in his mouth when he tries to explain anything his administration does. Here's the latest. Well, it's not the latest. It kind of comes up. I think he said it in October, but we're looking at things that he said, and they're kind of fun. We're going to let you guys know. So Biden said in a press conference, when you buy an electric vehicle, you can go across country on a single tank of gas. Okay, first of all, you have to plug it in. And it doesn't have a range to drive from the West Coast to the East Coast. And a car can't drive from the West Coast to the East Coast on a single tank of gas. What's up there? What's up there for him? So anyway, tomorrow night, we'll take another look at one of the gems that he's dropped in recent history. And we'll take a look at more on what's happening in America and the future of America here on the Evening News in 8 or Less. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, watch for what I'm going to drop tonight. Removing the Curse from Paul Begley. Check it out on our YouTube channel. Hear the Watchman Journey. We'll see you tomorrow, November 19th, for Friday's edition of the Evening News. From Hear the Watchman. You know, we're up here in the mountains of Idaho. We're just out enjoying God's gifts to all of us today. And I want to encourage you to get out to Grapevine, Texas and join us. We're doing a Hear the Watchman conference there, March 17th through the 21st at the Hilton Hotel. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to get enriched in what it is that God has to offer you. You'll hear speakers like Pastor Paul Begley, Derek Gilbert, and others talk about what it means to know moving forward, biblically and practically, what you need to do. Jamie Walden will be there, and he will be off the hook teaching you what to do to prepare for the times ahead. So go over to hearthewatchmen.com. Get busy, get your reservation now. Group hotel rates will be out next week. You don't want to miss this one. Hear the Watchmen, www.hearthewatchmenmen.com. We'll see you in Grapevine, Texas. God bless each and every one of you.
To support the work of Hear the Watchman, find a way to get involved, or learn more about upcoming events, visit our website at www.hearthewatchmenmen.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hear the Watchman Journey, and be sure to share our content on your social media. God bless you, and thanks for your prayers and support. And until next time, go be a watchman on the wall and declare all that God has shown you.